Welcome back. So this marks the 10th year, believe it or not, that former Canadiens defenseman PK Subban is stepping up and, of course, matching donations to the Montreal Children's Hospital Foundation to the tune of up to $250,000. And PK Subban is on the line. PK, thanks so much for being here this afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. New York's great. Can't complain, so I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're doing we're doing good in Montreal. Now, it's funny. I was thinking back. So it's been 8 years since you played here, then a couple more years, and then you kind of retire. You go into broadcasting, and people lose track because you don't live in Montreal anymore. So I guess the first question is New York home now for you?
Yeah, well, Toronto's still home. My family's there. I'm in the process of kind of setting up a base there, but I'll be back and forth. But yeah, because of work, I'm in New York, so I got to get up to Bristol, and at different times, special times, I go to Seaport. So it's easier for me to operate from New York. Yeah.
So for people who've lost touch, PK. You move from here, you get traded in the Shea Weber deal, you end up in New Jersey for a couple of years. I don't want to rehash the past, but I guess my question is, this all seemed to happen, at least to me anyway, when you were still a pretty young guy, probably could have kept on playing. Do you miss playing?
I think if you ask any player that retires, there's parts of the game that you miss, definitely. There's no question being with the guys. There's definitely games that you watch on TV where you'd want to be there, but I'm sure there's guys that have been retired for 20, 30 years that would do anything to be able to get back out there one more time. The reality is that that's never going to change. So, as an athlete, I would tell any athlete, wrap your head around that quickly because, when it comes, it usually comes at a time when it's most, maybe least expected. And this, nothing's guaranteed when you're playing contact sports. So, at the end of the day, different times in your life, you're going to feel different ways. But I'm going to tell you this, I've been very, very happy and satisfied with my life since I've retired. I've managed to be able to do something that allows me to still be a part of the game and support the game and help the game and grow the game. And I think people that know me, truly know me, know that that's always been front and center for me is the game first and shining the shield. So I get to do that now, and I take a lot of pride in it. But I'll tell you guys, it's work. It is not you got to watch the games, and if you don't, the world of social media, people will hold you accountable. So I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing now, and very happy watching the players that are competing now. And, my job is to put them on the best platform that we possibly can and talk about how great they're doing on the ice because they do a great job. It's been highly entertaining so far.
So tell people, for people who don't know, you've been an analyst on ESPN now for a while. So that's the job you're talking about, right? I mean, when you first started this, did you think, I got a future in this business?
Yeah, well, and it's funny. I go back, whenever I'm in Canada, a lot of people ask me about what I'm doing. They're like, I see you on TV sometimes, but are you doing it all the time? And it's, being in the United States, obviously on ESPN, you can be on TV every day in the United States and nobody in Canada sees it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I've been working now for ESPN. This is going to be my third year now working for them, final year of the 3-year deal I signed when I retired. So, I've been working with them for 3 years, and I do all their ABC games and their national games on the broadcast. So, my schedule really does pick up kind of end of December, middle of December, and then, it's pretty heavy right through the end of the season. So the start of the season is light, so I get to enjoy going to the games and seeing old teammates and friends and just being a normal person like everybody else, which is kind of nice to do at this point in my life, to be honest.
So, listen, I want to talk about Montreal and what you do for the Children's Hospital, which, as I said off the top, this is now year number 10, if you can believe it. I mean, it's flown by. You got involved early while you were still playing here. You continue to be involved, and Montrealers owe you a debt of gratitude for that. Explain, if you would, just to people who don't know, just how important this is to you.
It's very important to me. First of all, about how it came about. Nobody comes up to you and says, you should make a $10 million pledge to anything at any point in your life before you're 23. But I guess you could say that when my relationship started with the hospital, it was respectfully, a while before the donation had actually been made. And I think that's what I celebrate every day, and what I look back on is the relationship that I built with the hospital. Never mind the pledge and the foundation, what we do, but just the relationship that I built with the people, the nurses. When I go back there, even though I haven't played there in a long time, 10 years, 8 years, 9 years, whatever it is, I go back there and it was like I was just there yesterday. And, it's such a warm feeling to know that people know that even though you're not there, you're doing everything you can to support them, and you're going above and beyond to do that. And, before I started the pledge, I didn't get a chance to go home for Christmas too much. As a rookie, you don't want to get caught in a snowstorm. You don't want to be, especially when I was playing, I miss a practice or anything like that. It's everywhere.
Sure.
So, I was, I made some sacrifices to not go home at Christmas time, a couple of years. And, I had teammates, I got to give my teammates a lot of credit. Guys offered, for me to come by and spend time with their family. But I always think the holidays are for guys and their families. You never want to be in there for that, because I know that it doesn't feel the same without mine. So I used to go to the hospital and bring gifts, with some people in our front office, Manny specifically, and we'd go and I bring gifts to the kids on Christmas Eve, and that was my way of feeling like I was kind of at home, I guess, and a part of it. So, that's when it started, and then it grew to the point where, I never imagined. I mean, listen, you can only dream, right? You set your goals out, you dream, you want to play in the National Hockey League and be a National Hockey League player and win the Stanley Cup and do all those things. But, never once did I ever think about, being able to have a foundation like that and helping people. Like, that just sort of manifested through playing and being in Montreal and just my heart being into it. I don't think anybody's ever going to question that. My heart was always there when I played, and I played that way, and I carried myself that way off the ice, and it created opportunities for me to do special things. And this was one of them. And when I did it, I didn't think about anything. I just thought about, at 23 years old, how much do you really know about the responsibilities that you're taking on? The reality is that I knew that doing something like this, how many people it would help. And, I didn't think that I was going to get traded a year and a half after I did it. I didn't think that I was going to have so many people rally around and help me. But, what I'm most proud of is that I didn't put it on anybody else. I was responsible. I took full responsibility for it, and I always will for the rest of my life. But of doing that, no one donates more money to my charity than me every year. That's a fact. That's always the way it's been, and that's the way that I've always wanted it. So to be here now in a position, getting ready to really wrap things up with the hospital, but to be here at Christmas time, this is going to be a special Christmas, and I know that the next 2 years are going to be a special 2 years for me personally. But the reality is that PK's Helping Hand, we impact 9,000 families at the Children's each year. The support includes direct assistance with the families facing financial difficulties, like, for families that can't, work, obviously, with their kids being sick, we support them. Wi-Fi, free TV, and Wi-Fi in 70 of the patients' rooms, neonatal intensive care unit and outpatient clinics, mental health. With young teenagers, we have a place called The Spot in the hospital. We support that as well to support some of our young teenagers going through mental health issues, so on and so forth. So, the list goes on and on. The reality is that this has become much bigger than me. It's not really about me. It's about all the people that have touched it, and so many people have touched it. And that's just kind of the thing, is that it's just bigger. It's bigger than all of us. It's not about credit. It's not about anything like that. It's about everybody understanding it, that we're all in the same boat when it comes to this stuff. And that's why it's important around this time, for people to give. And if you can give, you can give. The one point I will say about this year that's difficult for us is that, for the Mats campaign, we usually get a lot of donations through mailing and the
Right.
Canada Post, and with the strike going on, it's going to be difficult. So we're going to have to be a little bit more creative and direct people's attention to the right places to kind of get their donations through, if they can support. And, like it always is, that 100% of what you donate goes there. No one in my foundation gets paid, from this. No one at the hospital is getting paid from my foundation. That's the proudest thing about what we do that I can stand behind, is that whatever you give, you know exactly where it's going. It ain't going in my pockets, I'll tell you that. So it's going in the right places, and we obviously have a lot of proof to back all that up. So for a lot of people out there, obviously it's been 10 years we've been doing this. It's a long time, but whatever you can give. The reality is that the pledge is far behind us. It's not even about that now. It's about what we can do every day and every year to kind of push this thing forward and grow it organically in a way that everybody can feel good about it, and the city of Montreal can, and the province of Quebec. So, that's what it's all about. It's about us. So, match if you can, help out, and the more you give, the more I give. So if you want me to open up these pockets a little bit more than I have in the past few years, let's go. I mean, they're already open, but let's open up a little bit more. I think that would be fine.
And to your point with the Canada Post strike, yeah, that's going to hurt a little bit. So we'll keep reminding people there are other ways to donate. You can go online. You can actually go down there in person and make a donation if you wanted to. So I'm glad you brought that up. PK, I'm out of time. I want to thank you so much. Montreal thanks you for staying committed to this cause, because it's such a great cause. And it's great to be able to chat and just say hi and know that everything's going well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and last, I'm going to leave you with this, and just so that people know this, like I said, the pledge is one thing. This is a lifetime partnership I have with the Montreal Children's Hospital. Like, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. We look forward to continuing the work that we're doing in Montreal, and to me, this is really the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to do. So thank you for all the support, and thank you guys for allowing me to come on and talk. Appreciate it.
Hey, listen, I thank you so much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. Take good care. Hope we get to see you soon.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye now.